So I kind of wanted to lay the groundwork out for what I'm about to post here on this video. Kind of let you know what's going on with it, because the devastation I saw after Hurricane Helene, the 28th, I believe it was, when I left the area, there's a lot of devastation. And I just want to put out there that if you're in the area, prayers go out to you. If you're not in the area, stay out of the area unless you're going in to help. Just kind of let you know what was going on there. Prepper Camp 2024 is an event. We hold it rain, sleet, or snow. And 11 years it's been going on. The doors have never been closed. So we all headed to Saluda, North Carolina. People from all over the country went. People from other countries. I met people from Russia and Germany. Very interesting to see everybody come out there. But we all went out there prior to Hurricane Helene. We knew that she was coming. I went out there Thursday to the Crab Orchard Campground, and it was right in the path of the hurricane. And I went up on a hilltop, and I set up my hammock system, a tarp, and a cocoon system with with my hammock inside of it to keep me warm at night. And I lived through the event. I monitored. I stayed up all night long, and I ended up getting up at 5 o'clock, getting out of the hammock at 5 o'clock in the morning because I heard a tree fall, and I was concerned that a tree was going to fall on me. So I moved down to my truck. But come to find out, after talking to another camper that was there was a lady. I just called her Mississippi because she was from Mississippi. She had reserved this camp spot, and she was laying in her tent the night of Hurricane Helene, and she felt that God had told her that she needed to move. And it's touching because I get goose pimples when I think about it. But she obeyed the word of the Lord as it came to her, and she got up and she left. She left that spot, and the tree fall sound that I heard was the very large tree that fell onto her campsite after she was moved away safely from it. But it could have very easily been a funeral, and so we're very grateful that she was sensitive to that and that she moved. And so I kind of monitored the weather that night, and I was a little hesitant myself. Things kept falling from the trees, and it was worrisome for me also. So I ended up moving to a safe spot. The next day it rained all day long, and we ended up setting up our vending tables and everything after probably about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was originally set for 1 o'clock because we thought that the storm was going to kind of break up at that point. Didn't happen. And then we enjoyed Prepper Camp for a day, and then we ended up having to close early because the rains are coming back in, and the conditions just continued to worsen with landslides and down power lines and this kind of thing. So I packed up yesterday, and I left 7 o'clock-ish in the morning. And in the video that you're about to see is not all the devastation, it's just things random. We just pick up my phone and just start recording. I saw so much violence, the aftermath of the violence. I saw so much stuff, devastation. I don't know what else to call it. My heart goes out to people. I listen to the radio a lot, so you might hear some parts of the audio where it drops out. That was because I had music playing, and this is my second attempt of uploading this video. But there's copyrights, right? So I can't just be playing radio music on YouTube or TikTok or anywhere else this video might end up. But I'm going to try to narrate some of this throughout the audio. I just wanted to kind of lay this groundwork out, let you guys know where it is. I'm now back in Illinois. I'm safe, but please, I'm begging you, don't go there unless you're trying to help, because there's no cell signals. I got lost trying to get home. I was just following signs at this point. The sun was blocked out. I could not even know what direction I was going in. I feel I'm fairly good at land navigating, but it was difficult. And so, without any further ado, here's some video footage. So just got to Saluda, North Carolina, and got me a nice little spot off of Tent City up in the woods. This is the stuff I like to do right here. So I came up here a minute ago. and dropped off my backpack. It's over here behind this tree. Then I'm just going to set it up, my hammock system from that tree to this tree right here. And I'll be back to show you what it looks like. And I set up, just put my pack away, what was left of it in the truck. Right here. That's my hammock. And I'll be sleeping warm inside of that tonight. Warm and dry. Good times. Hey guys, so it's 3:30 in the morning and this hurricane is coming at us. I was trying to show you what I got going on. It's pitch black. Turn the light on. These are my sleeping arrangements for the night. I'm going to watch and see if this hurricane comes through, what it does. Hopefully just get a bunch of rain. So it's 3:50 in the morning. The eye of the hurricane is getting closer all the time. I'm still dry, thankfully. Inside of my hammock cocoon, the trees are blowing, like I can feel them waving. Because of course I'm hanging from them, I'm attached to them, so I can feel them. But otherwise, holding fast. It's now 4:30 in the morning. It's crazy out there. It does look like the storm is breaking up a little bit. The eye of this hurricane, but it's still crazy out there. The winds are crazy. Like tree parts are falling out. I can hear them hitting the ground all the time, and I'm bouncing around in my hammock a little bit. I had to get out and use the restroom a while ago. Use the woods, and I got soaked and came back to bed. I'm already dried up. The wind is flowing through so good. I don't stay wet for long, as long as I'm not getting pelted with rain. But all right, it's 4:40. A chunk of my tent has come undone, and I got to get out there and repair it. All right, I fixed my tarp. One of my knots came undone in the wind. But I keep hearing chunks of tree fall outside. When you're picking out a spot to hammock camp, or tenting, and you want to look up and make sure that there's nothing, no deadfall trees, or we call them widow makers. Everything looked pretty clear, but with winds like this, it's hard to tell. Storm's getting closer. I think it's almost 5 in the morning. Kind of looking forward to some sunlight. I'm soaked again. That's uncomfortable. But hopefully the breeze dries me up. It's 4:55. hopefully some sunlight soon. Looking forward to getting up, eating breakfast. The wind keeps going everywhere. Like my tarp will blow this way, and then it'll blow this way. She's staying fast. Well, it's 5 a.m. I definitely didn't sleep too much. I'm getting hungry. And the wind is insane. Like, watch this. I could feel like just the whole tree going like this, and it makes my hammock system, bounce. Anyway, I think I'm going to get up and go to my truck, get some clean clothes, clean up a little bit, eat some breakfast. Everybody else will be waking up pretty soon. I'll just lounge in my truck, stay dry. I'll try to get this uploaded and charge my phone. Alright, night one, down. Alright, it is 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting in my truck. I changed clothes. I'm dry. Got the heat on. It's still dark outside, and we're still getting pelted with wind and rain. Sure everybody else is faring well. Lights are flickering here and there, so I don't know if the power is going out or something. I got 2 or 3 different spots here at the campground that are the power's flickering, so maybe the wind is knocking out some power. I don't know. It's back on right now, but it's gonna be a shady day. When I say shady, I mean wind and rain. We pushed back I was supposed to teach today, have a period of instruction today. Because it's weather, we're not setting up our vending tables until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That means we're not going to be teaching today. We'll only be teaching Saturday and Sunday. So I'm done with that for a day. It's one less block of instruction I have to do. But hopefully the rain goes away, at least slows down quite a bit. Last time I checked, we were going to be in the 40 percentile for the next couple of days. We just got to get this out of the way first. And night one is down. Looking forward to a full day one. That was night one completed. Now we're starting day one at Prepper Camp, Saluda, North Carolina, 2024. These downed trees were commonplace. You couldn't look at any length of road anywhere and not see downed trees. I'm not talking little trees either. Like, these are big, mature, fully grown trees that residents were getting out and cutting in half. Landslides are also a common thing. A lot of the roads were shoveled out by people, or just driven over if it wasn't too much mud, clay, dirt, whatever, soil out on the roadway. But it was commonplace to see this kind of thing. Another thing that you would often see was like residential property that was just destroyed. But it seemed like a lot of good people. I know when I was at Saluda, at Prepper Camp, at the Crab Orchard Campground, there was some locals there that was with us that just happened to have chainsaws, and they were getting out because we were trapped in. Like, even if we wanted to leave, we couldn't leave. But they had chainsaws, fortunately, and they got out and started cutting trees, so at least people could come in and could get out. But this was the devastation. It was everywhere. And a lot of times these trees would fall down, like in this example here, and land on a power line. Now this one didn't come down, but there was a lot of them that did. This was crazy.
This is the line for fuel.
Because of the power outages, almost all of the gas stations, what you see here on the right, are people lined up at a gas station. And this was at every gas station that had power was like this. Most of the gas stations were without power. There was no customers.
They're all trying to get in there, that Chevron place.
You could see for a mile just vehicles lined up.
Insane.
And then the parking lot was packed. And in other places where I didn't record,
she says, don't forget about Transylvania County.
I went up to
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Forget about y'all at all. Sapphire, Roseman,
wrapped around the block.
Balsam Grove, they have no power cell reception.
The lines of customers just around the block.
They're
9-1.
And so you see a block traffic and everything else. You see
Aaron Michael live
in all these examples right here, I think I put up 3 or 4 of these examples.
Top of the hour with a
That's the case. Just
that's coming
people
up.
lined up to get fuel. And so that's why it's important to make sure that you're not there helping, just to stay out of the area, to unclog some of this traffic. And this was also common when you get out to some of the more rural areas. You see, I drove over so many power lines that were just laying on the ground, but the crews worked endlessly trying to get the power back up. And first responders, I saw lots of ambulances. I saw a lot of these power trucks out just kind of working the lines, trying to get everything set back up again. Yeah, pray for them, because it's dangerous what they do. And the more exposure they have, the more risk is involved. And as I was walking or driving through some of this, I was listening, especially this part here, there was somebody on the radio talking about how he had seen bodies floating down the river. This is a floodplain, and this house here was in the water, and there was cars in the water.
Nothing but devastation.
Like, there was so much ruin,
throughout
loss,
North
and
Carolina,
devastation.
Parts of the North Carolina-Tennessee border.
So, don't go unless you're taking a crew of people to help you. Just kind of help keep the area clear of traffic. And our prayers go out for people in North Carolina.
Many times trying to find my way home.
I heard one guy talking on the radio. Him and his wife were on oxygen
I'm just recognizing
tanks. They had no power.
Signs on the road that are pointing me towards a destination I know moves me closer to home.
Think about.
Newport, for example. I know it's close to Interstate 40, and if I can get to Interstate 40, I can take it west.
With this kind of stuff. That's why
so they start heading in the right direction.
Have a stable keep a mindset so that you are ready.
But this is crazy.
Disasters happen. Look at this. This right here was mind-blowing to me.